Coty Schock, second overall in the night, your first ever podium. I feel like I say this every time because I know you so well. It's been a long road, but congrats, man. Coming into that final main, did you know that you were battling for a podium position overall?
So I knew that I was in podium position. When I came into the semi to watch the second 450 moto, I saw my name on the TV and I was in third, and I purposely did not look at the points because I was like, I don't even want to know, right? I just want to go out, get a good start, and put in my laps again. And yeah, I mean, I pulled the whole shot. I think I led 2 laps or whatever, and it shuffled back a little bit. And then I will be honest, I was thinking about it, right? And I saw Mosman behind me, and I'm like, dang it, okay. And then I just knew that I needed to be him, and I was going to be fine. So as soon as I crossed that finish line, I revved that freaking bike to the moon, and I was ecstatic. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I got podium. And then I came off the track, and I saw Dakota, and he put his hands up, and yeah, it's incredible. I mean, this is military appreciation weekend, and Club does a phenomenal job with the bike and the FXR, the whole setup. And to have Dakota be a veteran, it's cool. I mean, we did it together, so it's awesome.
So 2019, you tried your first Supercross. 2020, you made your first main event. 2021, you got your first top 10. Mm-hmm. You got your first top 5, I believe, last year, correct?
Yep.
Now podium this year. Go back to 19, trying a Supercross race on a whim with Traders. I know K-Day and Tony, all those guys kind of put that together for you. Based on how that night went, be honest, do you ever have any thought this would ever get to this point?
No shot.
I'll
be the first one to tell you in camera, hell no. There's a lot of work. I struggled just to double the whoops, let alone hit whoops. Dude, I ate crap so many times that night. I'll tell you that. And it's one of those things I've always kind of had a little bit of sendiness to me, and my brain would just turn off. And I really had to work on myself. I mean, I knew I always was good on a bike, but just you can't ride like an idiot when you're on Supercross. Outdoors you can kind of get away with it, but Supercross you can't. And like what Mosman said on the during the press conference tonight, I can relate to. Like, he's going down the road, right, of injury and trying to find yourself again, and you're looking for your identity. You're like, you have it inside you, right? But it takes forever for it to like come out. And I had a huge rebuilding year in 23, and then 24, it was just like, bam, another level of Coty. And then this year is another level. So it's like, all right, we've gotten this far. Let's just keep going. And yeah, I'm just doing it with a smile on my face, and it's the best. I'm stoked.
So career path-wise, of course, like 20, we go from squeaking into your first main. 21, very solid Supercross season. Daytona was your first top 10. Daytona's next weekend. You were podium position for a bunch of that Daytona race. Outdoors, of course, you were the story of the year. But then 22 and 23 got so derailed. It probably for most people, they look and go, oh, well, based on the trajectory of 21, it's a no-brainer to keep trying. Mm-hmm. But when you go from that point to just 2 years of slogging through hell, like, how much do you question, like, you look back and go, wow, is that actually the best I'm ever going to be capable of? Like, am I ever even going to reach that point again kind of thing?
It was a really big question. I mean, it's, I was at the highest of high, right, for myself, yeah. Right? Like, I wasn't winning races or podium, but for me to be top 10 in the 450 class consecutive weekends, like, that was huge. And then, like, I had a decent Supercross season for myself, right? Came a long way. And then in 22, I just kind of was lost, right? Mm-hmm. And then actually here, this weekend is where I blew my knee out, mm-hmm. Collapsed along, got I was knocked out, right? And that ended my season. And then got hit by a car, right? As soon as I got cleared to ride again after my knee injury, got hit by a car.
This still might be one of the weirder calls I've gotten in my life.
Oh, yeah. You were my first phone call because I was going to your house to drop off a gas cap, dude. And
I'm sorry.
It's okay, but the lady smoked me going 60 from behind. I flew up in the air, road rash, got back on a bike.
Hey.
Second day of Supercross. Yeah. I break my jaw, I'm done for 8 weeks because I'm wired shut. And then they're like, okay, you got 5 weeks to get ready for the first round of East Coast. I'm like,
I got a funny one. Speaking of getting hit by the car, I still remember because you were coming off you had your knee surgery. We're in the ambulance, and the only thing I asked you is like, can you bend your knee fine? And you picked up your leg and bent it, and me and you like started laughing like, you're fine, you'll be racing, it's fine. I think the EMT that was in the ambulance thought we were insane.
Yeah, because it was 3 months to the day from surgery, and I literally just got cleared to ride. And I was like, if I get smoked by a car and I got to do another knee, I was going to be triggered. But, yeah, we got lucky.
So enough of the past. Let's talk a little bit more about the last 2 weeks. Since the last Triple Crown to come here, I know you've talked to me a little bit about, like, basically trying not to overthink situations, trying to just shut the brain off and stuff. What did we work on the last 2 weeks to get to this point? Like, what really was effective that you did the last 2 weeks to up your level?
So after Glendale, I rode on Tuesday, and we just did suspension. Mm-hmm. I'm finding myself to go stiffer to get to the next level. You can't be running a soft setup. So yeah, we did suspension testing for half a day, called it. And then I rode outdoors for 4 days. And then I rode Supercross on Tuesday of this week. And yeah, had press yesterday, then race today. So I haven't really been on Supercross. We just did on Tuesday. We just tried different clutch spring variation for myself to get better starts. Honestly, we went back to last year's setting when I was getting good starts, and I proved it tonight. I mean, I didn't come out any worse than I think third. And then tried different gearing, right? Just move the power around in the bike. And for me, having a smoother hitting bike and more consistent and not so exciting, right, coming out of the turn is better for me. And yeah, it was good. So really, I haven't spent so much time on Supercross, been more so in outdoors, and I think outdoors has helped me loosen up, right? Coming into Supercross, I wasn't worried about being so perfect. So brought the sendiness a little bit out, and it worked.
So like I said, the problem is now your next personal best.
Yeah, my next personal best is a win, and for me to say that, that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, if you would even like you say, you're battling Moseman for that second, you get a third, you could at least say, second. No, you're now on the hot spot.
It's a win now.
Hot seat.
That'll be huge for me, be huge for club. It's a small team doing big things.
Last one for you then, to get to that win. I mean, you're racing with those kind of guys tonight, in and out. What do you see? Where are the differences? What are you going to have to do to make that level jump?
I still have not been the Coty Schock that's riding on a Tuesday, Wednesday, right? I would say I'm honestly 85% there, right? Showing up on the weekends. And that's just more so mentally being like, you know what, I got it, right? Not overthinking it. So I just been trying to be more relaxed when coming into these weekends, and this was probably I was like kind of stressed in a way because I haven't really ridden Soupy, but when the practice day was going on, I was like, you know what, like none of this stuff matters, right? And I was talking to Brandon, and he was like, dude, the excitement that you have riding your 125, have that excitement when you ride this race bike. He's like, you got a badass bike. The best bike you've ever been on. I'm like, you know what? That's what I needed. So then every time I'm in the tunnel, I was like, you know what? Screw results. Let me go ride this bike to the best of my capability and have a blast doing it. And it worked. So sometimes you just need a little friendly reminder that, hey, we can get caught up in the moment and forget what we have. And yeah, it was a great pep talk.